We're on to the final stretch now as we enter part 4 of this detail, the ceramic coating with Autokcan's economy ceramic coating. Autokcan offers both a professional line and a more beginner-minded economy line. We'll be using the latter for this Miata as, well, the professional line is more expensive and this poor Miata is not quite deserving of that. Before we actually begin coating the car, we need to ensure that there are no oils or residues left on the car from the polishing and compounding stages. To do this, we're going to go ahead and spray the car with a mixture of 90% isopropyl alcohol, or IPA, and water, and dry the surface after spraying it on. I didn't record going over the whole car, but I always spray and wipe down the whole car prior to applying any ceramic coatings. Now that we have the car wiped down, it's time to move on to the ceramic coating. Most coatings are pretty similar in what they come with, which is your bottle of ceramic coating, of which a real ceramic coating is a liquid that comes in a bottle like this, not the ceramic sprays that are available in big box stores, an applicator pad or sponge, and then lint-free cloths. Go ahead and take out your pad and cloth and wrap the cloth around the applicator pad. Once the cloth is wrapped around, go ahead and apply a line of ceramic coating down the applicator. This should take anywhere from 5 to 10 drops of coating and can do a whole section with just this tiny amount. Always work in smaller sections, around the 2 feet by 2 feet square that we normally work with. When applying the coating, you want to use smooth motions and go in a cross-hatch pattern, meaning go up and down all the way across your section, and then alternate on the way back by going side to side. You don't want to use circular motions with ceramic coatings as it tends to cause more high spots. Typically, whenever I coat a vehicle, after I have my applicator pad loaded with product, I will normally create an X across where I will be applying the coating and then proceed with my crosshatch pattern. This just reduces the amount of high spots that occur at the very beginning of application after putting more coating on your pad, and spreads out the coating as you go across the X. Fortunately, ceramic coatings are very easy to see on a darker colored car such as this Miata. On lighter colors such as light grays and whites, it can be difficult to see where you've applied your coating. Fortunately as well, Autokcan's coatings do add a good amount of gloss and depth to the finish, which also makes this a notably easier thing to see. When it comes to working time, you typically have 5 to 10 minutes before your coating begins to flash off and harden, or more often than not, get tacky and difficult to remove. In my experience, this is typically long enough to coat an entire panel before buffing it out and removing high spots. We won't see me buff out the hood because I seem to have not recorded it somehow. Not sure what happened there. But I did record it for the rest of the vehicle, which includes applying the coating to the entire side of the vehicle before leveling it out and buffing it. With a larger vehicle, such as a 4-door vehicle, you'd likely coat half the side, say the front fender and front door, then begin leveling the coating shortly after finishing the door. While it is possible to apply ceramic coating in the sun without cover, it's definitely not recommended, as it can cause the coating to flash and set up notably quicker. Here in Florida, I've seen it happen in about a minute's time, as well as the high likelihood of contaminants getting in the coating, specifically bugs and pollen. Gnats, for whatever reason, seem to love ceramic coatings. Right here, you can truly see just how much of a difference there is in the coated and uncoated sides, as well as just how much gloss and depth it begins to add. You can add more than one layer of ceramic coating to a vehicle. You just have to wait for the first coat to dry beyond the tacky stage to where your cloth won't drag on the surface, which typically takes an hour for it to set up enough. With more coats comes more gloss and durability. I typically find 3 coats to be more than enough, but have personally seen this coating hold up for 2 years with just 1 coat. When it comes to leveling out the coating and buffing it, you'll want to grab a brand new microfiber cloth, fold it into fourths, and then use light pressure to go over the surface. And when I say light pressure, I mean literally just letting the cloth glide over the surface. I always start with wiping it in one direction across the panel to remove the excess coating, then flip the cloth over to a new side and use circular motions to buff out the coating. those wondering why I'm not coating the mirrors, it's for the same reason I didn't compound and polish them. They are very sunburnt already, with some rather deep gouges on them. They honestly need a repaint before I bother doing anything extra to them, which I may do in time. Finding the copper red mica paint is actually kind of difficult to find, so if I can find some, I'll spray them. If not, then they're just going to stay as they are. We can see here just how little product is actually used for one coating on a vehicle. You could easily get 5 to 7 coatings for a Miata with just one bottle, and likely 2 to 3 coatings for a larger, regular 4-door vehicle. That's all for this video and mini-series, and I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you like the content I'm putting out, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all new content as it comes out. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.